And a very good morning. It's Mark here. It is 7:45 Eastern Time, 12:45 GMT. Asian session done for this new trading day, well into the European session, and about 15 minutes until the US session gets underway. Let's have a look at how the US dollar index sits. And after yesterday's big sell-off, first day under the new Trump term, under Trump's presidency, was greeted with a really big sell-off in the US dollar. Didn't see much from the stock markets yesterday, which were in trading. Today, stock markets in full swing. US dollar gapped up to start the day. Often the gap up is a precursor of what will come, of what's to follow. So that gap was an up, closed at 108.23, opened around the 108.50, and sitting right now between 108, 109. That's the intraday trading range that we're seeing, with 110 being resistance and 107.54. Let's have a look at the S&P. And as I say, we'll be in full swing today. So let's see where we're sitting going into the open. 1.5 hours away, 1.75 hours away, and Wall Street will be open. We can see in pre-market trading a big sell-off down to that all-important 6,000 level, which has become a pivot level, but has bounced back up, sitting pretty much at the 6,051 level, close to the previous resistance level. And the 6,000, as I say, is the level that showed its strength. The buyers bounced off that level. You can see that, and we'll be looking to test that level if we see a downtrend start and if we see a sell-off start when the markets open. Buyers, of course, will be looking at this resistance at 6,100. Commodities. And gold just continues. That's a real strong uptrend. I've got support here at 2,655. I have resistance, today's resistance, at 2,731. And the 2,700, I think, is looking pivotal right now, meaning if this does turn around, that's certainly the level that sellers will be looking at, and it's the level that buyers are looking to stay above. Buyers will be eyeing the 2,800. Should it break through this resistance, that looks like the real next level. And when it did come down from that 2,800, remember, it was very, very strong. Technically, we had the double top, and it went all the way down from 2,800. Resistance is close to 2,800, all the way down. So buyers, I think, would be looking for the natural resistance again to be 2,800. Let's have a look at oil. It's 78. The sell-off is continuing. I did put in my fib retracement levels here. Remember, fib retracement levels, you need a preceding trend. In this case would be the uptrend. When it turns around, at what levels is this move really going to be tested? The first fib retracement level is at 38.2%. And have a look where that is. The 38.2% is at 77.82. And that's exactly where support is. So it got held up at that first fib retracement level, makes that level, in my opinion, very, very valuable. Buyers bounced off that first fib retracement level, created support at 77.82. However, the selling pressure is really strong for the fifth day in a row. Sellers will be looking to break below that level at 77.82, whereas buyers will be looking on the upside to come back to the 79 and 80 level. Very strong downtrend again today for the fourth consecutive day. And crypto. And you can see I am again using my fib retracement level, proceeding uptrend as well from the low down here at the 89,200 all the way up to the new record high we saw yesterday at 109,000, almost $20,000. And there is the, let's just open it up a little bit, all the way up to there. That's the wick from yesterday has come down considerably. And look where today it got held up at the 50% retracement level. Yes, so the 38.2%, the first fib retracement level we saw play out in the oil retracement or in the oil downtrend that we're seeing, got held up at that 38.2%, and Bitcoin got held up at the 50% retracement level. And significantly, that 50% is at the 100,000 mark, kind of in between the 109 and the 89. Buyers surely must be looking to continue the strong move we saw yesterday, maybe come up and test these levels again, 105,000, and then all the way up to 109,000 that we saw yesterday. If sellers step in, sellers will be looking for the first level on the downside to be that 100,000 level where it bounced up from earlier today. Good trading, guys. I will see you at the end of day session.